What's going on, guys? Mountain Okie here. So doing a little fishing video. I've done this pond before in a video, but Memorial Day weekend, I went fishing. Today's Monday. I went fishing Saturday on those private lakes that you guys saw when I was using the chatterbait, and caught one decent one. I'll put a picture in right here. Anyway, I was mainly there because their ponds, they want them for trophy bass, and they have too many fish in them. So I was there to catch a bunch of small bass, between 10 and 14 inches or so, or big enough that you could clean them, and get some of the little bass out of there. So less bass, more can grow into adulthood and be big fish, and not a bunch of stunted looking fish. So I took home a good mess of bass. I didn't film it. I was hanging out with family and just trying to enjoy, and I've done a lot of fishing videos lately and wasn't able to go exploring this weekend, but thought I would at least get the camera out. I've never filmed in the rain before, so maybe this looks cool. I don't know. And I don't even know if they're going to be biting today. I haven't done so good so far. I've been fishing for about 5 minutes or so, 5-10 minutes, and nothing so far. So if you guys want to hang out with me for a few minutes, see if we can catch some bass out here like we did the other day. Last time we were here, we were catching them on spinner baits. Hope you guys watched the Osage County video, the Western Osage County one, the two-part that went up recently. That was a lot of fun. You guys check that out. That was cool. That little Beaver Creek I was in, that was awesome. Let's see if we can flip it around and maintain it staying on. You never know. Maybe we're still filming, maybe we're not, who knows? Maybe I need a little minnow or shad. Whoa, that was something big just jumped. A little minnow or shad shaped Ned rig bait, or maybe that just micro Cinco looking thing. But I was walking along a creek yesterday in a park, and I saw those tiny little crayfish hatch. They were about the size of my bait, maybe a little smaller. So definitely crayfish are hatching right now. So it's a good time to use those little things because they're around, especially in creeks. Creeks that have shallow water and have little slow areas where the crawdads like to do their thing. In my experience, largemouth bass don't pass up a crawdad. That's a treat for them. They're passing me up right now though, damn. Of course, guys, I turned the camera off. Sounds like a thunderstorm starting to come in. I'm throwing the Ned rig, throwing the topwater, nothing. I haven't been throwing the spinnerbait much. I pick it up after I haven't thrown it in a long time, and I catch this. Probably the 4th biggest bass I've caught all year long. Yeah, I mean, this thing has some weight to it. I thought when I was reeling it in, it didn't jump, and it was just working hard to get into this trees next to me, and so I wasn't sure how big it was, but I was like, man, I cannot pull it off these trees. I thought maybe it's just because of the short rod I was using, but that's a good little fish there, guys. So, awesome. Well, oof, he's got like a broken gill. That wasn't my fault. Anyway, it's a good little fish. We're gonna let him go here. See, buddy? Wow, that was a nice fish. And I did not get a picture, but I guess I'll send a snapshot to my buddy who fishes this pond too. That's honestly the biggest bass I've ever caught out of this pond. Some days it is frustrating. Like, I should have had the camera on for that one. Shouldn't have hung this up so quickly. What can you do though, It is really raining. No phone battery, storm coming in. Boy, I can catch more big fish though. I'll wait it out under a tree or something. Man. Man, oh man. Yeah, it's getting it. All right, guys, I'm gonna put you guys up. Filming today is not gonna work out. Well, that's got to conclude that video, but I do want to give you guys a quick review of a couple of different creeks that I paddled earlier in the spring that I didn't make a full video on, so I hope you enjoy these and stick around. All right, I've gone just about as far up as I can go on Big Crabbin Creek in, I don't know, I think it's Adair County. I've been paddling upstream versus some pretty good current the last half mile, and I just hit this one, and I don't think it could be done without having to port over these rocks, and I'm pretty tired. I really don't want to carry my kayak. I'm about almost 6 miles upstream. I wanted to make it to this bridge, but it's probably still over a half mile. There's an eagle, definitely a bald eagle right over there. But this creek is awesome. It's usually high rock wall on one side. Of course, the water's real muddy because the Neosho backs up into it for miles. But here, you can tell it's pretty clear. It's 33 degrees when I started. It's, I don't know, 40 something now. I'm probably gonna just come back with a light jacket. So I'm gonna walk up here and check this out a little bit and a little bite to eat before I make the day's adventures on House Creek. I'm headed back now. I've been out here, I don't know, almost 2 hours maybe. Thought I'd make a little video while in the kayak. It's kind of hard to hold your phone and paddle, but it's all right. Pretty calm right here at this little bend in the river. It's amazing how much different this creek is than where I was, say, on Wednesday and Big Cabin. This is very sandy here. Every time there's the littlest bend in the creek, the inside just silts out real bad. There's just so much sand. There are some like steeper rocky spots and it gets kind of deep, but for the most part it's just really sandy. So I went up about 3 miles. I had to portage twice on the way out, so I had to do a total of 4 times. I've kind of figured out the best way to do that is to take all my gear to where I'm going, come back and grab the kayak, throw it over my head, and just kind of carry it with the seat resting on my head and holding the sides with my arms. It works well for this skinny guy. This creek here runs into the Cimarron River. I made it almost to the town of Tarleton, and it was just too much skinny water. It was getting hard to portage. There wasn't real good spots to get in and out of the boat, so I'm maybe 1.5 miles from being back to my truck. So, okay, today I find myself in Big Creek. It is a creek that flows into the Verdigris River at the north end of Oologah, where it comes into Oologah starting the lake around Childers, Oklahoma. And it is very flooded today. I've never been here before, but this looks extremely high to me. I know it rained a lot last night and yesterday. I wanted to get out and stretch a little bit. I've been paddling for about 1 hour and 40 minutes upstream. Normally it probably wouldn't be too bad, but there's a pretty decent amount of current. If you can see here, I've been going against about the entire time. I made it about 5 miles up. This area here really gets wide, and I think normally there's a lot of rocks underneath me that kind of create a natural barrier. It would be hard to go over, but they're way underwater today. I don't know. Like I said, I've never been here, so I don't know exactly where the water's supposed to be, but it is really high today. All right, we're gonna go through the tube here. I already pulled myself through it. It was not easy. And lining it up with the phone in my hand is gonna be quite difficult, but here we go. found this little tin horn under this road I could go under today, so through it I went. Today I find myself in Pond Creek above the Caney River, where it flows into Hula Lake. It's in Osage County. I've been paddling for 5 miles. I just hit the intersection where Spring Creek runs into Pond Creek. I went up it about a quarter of a mile or so, and it got pretty shallow, so I came back. Then I just hit this really interesting area of rocks here in Pond Creek. I think I'll probably turn around here, but because I got to paddle strong against the wind. But there's this neat looking cave here. I camped last night in the wildlife management area just on the side of a country road. It was a little weird, but it did the job. The wind kind of annoyed me, but somehow I slept. So beautiful, sunny, warm day. Just kind of creeping close to this little overhang here. I might try to figure out a place to take the boat out and fish for a little bit. I actually brought a fishing pole, so I'm gonna do that before I head out. Hope you enjoyed these quick little snippets of these adventures that I had. It's been a great spring so far. Caught some great fish, explored some great creeks in northeast Oklahoma. That's really what my passion is for this channel, exploring all these awesome areas around this northeast Oklahoma. If you guys have any ideas of a place I should go, let me know in the comments.